Shout out to the 200 y'all tapped in for it on a late night. Okay, so look, let's go back to some hip hop. We kind of were on hip hop with Kevin Gates, tying the two with athletes. But let's go back to hip hop. I like this take from Lady London. Y'all know who Lady London is? Real bad one. Oh, this isn't out of pocket. Let me fix this. She's not only a bad one physically, but she's a bad one when it comes to rapping. I fucked with her take right here. She tied music with sports the same way we just tied music with sports. Tonight's going off perfect. I'ma eat good when I get off this motherfucker. I'ma good when I get off this motherfucker. I'ma smoke good when I get off this motherfucker. So yeah, tonight going good. I appreciate y'all, tribe. Let's take a look at this real quick. We're tying hip hop with sports and sports analogy at least. Let's see what she had to say.
Does it change for you? Does it look the same? Does it feel the same?
Hip hop is such in a weird place, I think, right now. I won't say weird. It's just it's changing. It's always the movement in it. And this may get me in a little bit of trouble, but I would say rap is the only sport where the people who good don't get no playing time.
Context matters.
Look, I co-sign this take. I've been saying this take. Hip hop changed drastically in the 2010 eras, 10 to 20, 15 to 20 specifically. And this is true. It's the only sport where the good people or the talented people don't get no playing time in the big game. Most of them. Now there's the big names that are talented and the good ones that get the look. But the really talented people, because talent is their focus over gimmick, they don't get the same playing time.
Wow. It's probably I would love to see a little bit more inclusion and a little more diversity in the space. There's no money in music.
There's no money in music.
There's no money in
No money in music. Unless you are a big dog getting appearance and show money, you cannot survive off being a rapper, bruh. Those days are over. That's Lady London. Those days are over, y'all. And I hate to say it because I don't want to sound like a hater or like an old head. You know what I'm saying? But with music, it changed so drastically to the point where, no makeup. She still look nice though. Music has changed so drastically, even financially, to where it's so oversaturated that the value of the artist has depreciated, even to the point of like your physical presence or your demand as an artist. There wasn't as many artists and shit back in the day like that, so you had to pay the booking fee. You had to get this money for this. You had to use this artist as an endorsement or whatever. Rap now is so oversaturated and bullshit. There's no real money in it. And that too, if your lifestyle is of a rapper and you want to be a rapper and fit this lifestyle or live in Los Angeles and be a rapper, you're going to blow through that money and it's not going to show anyway. So it's like the most talented artists don't get the best look to get the most money. So the most talented people are struggling for crumbs and trying to make it in an industry that's dead. If you're not in the top 20 artists, chances are you're not solely living off of your music income or your catalog. These niggas will tell you these stream numbers ain't paying the bills. Especially when you got people that you got to pay and people that's a part of your camp and you whatever, like. So the whole get rich quick scheme for rappers now, it's not. I don't think it's there. I know there's quick money with like TikToks and you get a catchy song or you make a couple 100,000 bands quick and run it up. But the longevity in rap for money is gone. 1 million streams is $2,000. Being a YouTube creator, getting 1 million views will get you more money. Exactly. Yup. Vinny or a pub deal. Yup. You gotta have a cult you gotta have a cult following and sell product with your raps on top of marketing and big budget. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To be a rapper now is not the same. It's not just the raps, bro. And just the raps is not paying the bills. So if you thinking about, this ties everything back in. It's so cold tonight on Context Matters. If you thinking about moving to LA or you want that fast lifestyle of being a rapper or being an entertainer and moving to LA, you're not gonna see, bruh. There's no money. It's a dead end trap. It's a trap. I'm not trying to discourage nobody for that move or trying to pursue that, but if rap in itself is already a dying thing, so you tie that in with high expenses and pressures to be and all that, and then the anxieties that come with it and the depressions that come with it, it's just not a smart thing to do. And I actually like that this message is getting out there, because we need to stop lying to the youth thinking that hip-hop is just the way out financially. We can't keep feeding, and even like NBA, like the realisticness, there's only 450 NBA players every year. And a lot of them are repeat from the year prior and the years prior. So there's only 80 new NBA players every year that maybe get to stay. And there's 800,000, 8 million, 80 million kids who have aspirations to make it to the league. And even in rap and entertainment, you can make it with no talent. Obviously, we see it. But can you survive off no talent, and can you make that your longevity? Can it be a stepping stone and take that money and invest and do other things? Yes. But longevity in music, financially, even with talent, is so hard because it's preached to be the way out. It's the easy thing. We see all these rappers with these racks and these bands and all this shit, and we think that our youth thinks that, damn, that he just got all that for doing X, Y, and Z. Like, that shit is a facade, and it's leading our youth astray to a certain extent. We need more people like her to sit there and tell us there's no real money in rap, to where you think that this is what you have to do or should do to make it out. It's not a bad thing to feel that way. I'm not shitting on nobody who feels that, but that shouldn't be the thing to make it out is rap. There's no money. The talented people don't make no money for real, bro.
Actual music, because in the digital era in the era that we're in now, streaming era,
Yeah.
I want people to understand it takes 80 streams on Apple Music to make $1. You have to listen to this song 80 times.
I'm just curious to you right now, having gone through that renaissance, and now,
80 times to make $1.
wow.
So if you understand that,
Who's listening to the same?
Yeah, shout out to La Russell. He's one of the, but La Russell works hard, and he's talented, and he's like, he has the personality. That's what I'm saying. If you're just a rapper, you're not gonna make it in this day and age successfully or financially. Now it comes with, what else can you do? What else can you provide? Are you more than just a entertainer talent? You can make $75,000 to $100,000 a year indie. Who says who? The average indie artist is not making $75,000 a year, bro. Would Stet advise rappers these days to sign a deal or remain indie? A deal is essentially the machine. You can sign a deal, but don't do nothing long term. Sign a deal to get the eyes on you, get the money behind you, get the marketing to get you known, and when that deal is out, you move on, and hopefully you're able to sustain indie. But again, that's what I'm talking about financially. Independent means you fund everything. The $1 million music videos, them fucking photo shoots, them clothes, the wardrobe, your travel, all that's funded by you. So if you're not making money off of your talent, you don't have the money to sustain being an artist independent. You have to sign to a label and pay it back and be in debt forever, but keep up this image and this look and be able to afford the nice rich things. But to be able to go above and beyond, you're not going to get that on a label. But you got to have a core fan base. Once you get that core fan base that supports you, yes, you can make X amount. But look at the names y'all mentioning, Tribe. Y'all mentioning artists who already had a huge following and foundation and are selling multiple products, not just music. That's what I'm saying. There's artists that have the ability to sell multiple products and tour and travel. That's where you make your money. But how many people are checking for there's not many people checking for those indie artists to book you and make that type of money. Unless you got that good look. 1,000 fans who pay $10 a month is $10,000 a month. That's $120 a year. Okay. 1,000 fans on a product that's $10 a month. That's why streaming, I think, is becoming the wave. And rappers are doing that because it's a residual income that you can bank on. Most artists don't have a way that you can get a residual income or a passive income every month. They don't have product like that unless the label puts it together, in which they take a cut. So most indie people or people coming up like that, unless you got a team to help you do that, that makes it tough. I'm not saying it's not possible, y'all. I know it's possible. But that's what I'm saying. It's very select few. You gotta tie your stream. Yes, bro. You gotta get 1,000 paying fans at $10 a month. Yeah, that's $10,000 a month. Y'all, can I get 1,000 people to pay $10 a month for a subscription? Fuck right. That would be the goal. But you got to have something that's subscription based. I think that's why a lot of rappers are adding in streaming, because it's subscription income. It's guaranteed money without having to leave your house, without going on tour, without doing nothing. It's next level, low key.
You see what
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what the machine is. That's where you get people to, like, all the bots to listen to all your stuff a million times. That's how you get it up. But if we just looking at the streaming numbers, we're not in a place where music itself grosses from streaming. Mm-hmm. So you have to have physical copies purchased. You have to have merchandise. You have to tour. You have to do brand partnerships. And you have to establish yourself beyond your artistry.
So what?
I didn't even see that clip, and I literally just said everything exactly the same thing that she said. This is the typical response probably for people who, obviously the consumers can see it, but people who are creating, they feel it. The creators, the musicians, they feel, damn, my music ain't enough. You get discouraged. Now I know I'm talented as fuck, but I can't get that big push because I don't have all this other gigs and gadgets and gimmicks, and I don't have the money and means and team to help me do all this. It gets discouraging. It draws people to make frivolous mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Spend a lot of money and end up wasting it. You know what I mean? It's a dangerous game.
What is the music? It's just like a billboard?
365 OTG said you doing it. These live streams are your way. I'm trying, man.
Context matters.
You know, it's a process. Doing a show instead of a stream, where like the typical Aidens and Kai Sinats do, where they get on there and just shoot the shit, have a bunch of guests, do a bunch of fun shit, IRL shit, and gain that traction. It's tougher when you're sitting and just talking, but you know, slowly but surely you get that core following and get something subscription based, and people will support. I've got product now that people can support with these money bags. You know what I'm saying? And that was part of it. You know, getting on here talking live, getting the YouTube checks is cool. It's okay money. It's good money. But you got to be able to tie yourself to alternate things to where you can actually make this become something substantial. Because if I'm just going to sit here and talk on YouTube all day and bank on that, I'm going to need some type of other income. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. If you got a talent somewhere, unless you a big dog and got them subscriptions coming in, you can't bank on entertainment money. You can't bank on it no more. There's too many entertainers out here. There's too many people that are able to entertain and take your place and whatever. You got to have some other shit, some other package.